You're watching Shaw TV.
Medicine Hat is home to a diverse cinematic landscape, which makes it perfect for the locally produced independent science fiction flick, So Many Hours in the Day.
The movie is a short-length film, very much in the tradition of the old Twilight Zone episodes. I've always been an enormous fan of the Twilight Zone and the writing of Rod Serling.
We're more or less going to try to amalgamate more or less the futuristic versus the period pieces of most of what we call the Outer Limits and what we call like the Twilight Zone.
Well, it's the script. The script is amazing, and Dustin's written just a wonderful story, and it's really an homage to the Twilight Zone and Ray Bradbury, both of which I'm a huge fan of. Ray Bradbury is one of my favorite authors of all time. I played John, and John is a science guy who messes with time, and we know what happens when we mess with time. Things often go badly for someone who messes with time.
Although none of the crew members were messing with time, the timing of the shoot certainly was a bit messy.
Yeah, pretty much filmmaking is not pretty. Films are pretty, filmmaking is not pretty.
It's fun to be part of the team, hucking stuff through a muddy coulee, as you yourself have experienced somewhat, and we thank you for that.
If we can survive this beginning part and actually get these shots done, and this will just be incredible.
So I've built a life-size rocket, which we hauled out here, slave style.
We carried a 500-pound rocket halfway across this valley with our own hands, and today we've spent a few hours through knee-deep mud, falling down.
And we might get to spend the night out here too, which is kind of cool. I think I'm gonna buy a heater tonight.
But this is what it's all about. It's production, and you make the best of what you have, and when you're outside the studio, it's an uncontrolled environment, and anything can happen.
I just want my family to know I am safe and they are feeding me.
Filmmaking is a difficult and time-consuming process, with many months of work going into less than a half hour of screen time.
Since May at least, been planning it, and now we're finally into production.
We, right now, this is an amalgamation between Red Deer College and Cast and Stone Production, which is a company that's basing an independent corporate videos. And most of the stuff here is actually from LA that we purchased and acquired for the shoot. So
we're out here just to shoot the very beginning where the rocket ship lands. And when we're done here, we go back to Red Deer, and for 2 weeks we work on building the set. And we shoot in the beginning of October for another week. We shoot all the rest of the story. So it spans the province. We're all over the place. We'll be done production in the beginning of October, and then we'll be editing it and doing post-production till about Christmas, and you can expect to see it in the new year in January or February.
once you take it, you build it, you put all your hard work, you're climbing all through the mud and up the hills and down that. Once it's captured, it's there forever. You get to play around with it, put it in the editing suite and see what you've done.
So Many Hours in the Day will be broadcast on Shaw TV once post-production is complete, which is anticipated to be early in 2011. So keep watching till then. For Shaw TV, I'm Rob Sparks. This feels like Woodstock.